All right, so this is a demo of migrating to PKS from one Kubernetes cluster to a PKS Kubernetes cluster. Now we'll see that we have the PSO CSI version running, so we have that already installed on our other cluster. We'll just show the nodes real quick. We have a lab of several worker nodes. There's no PVCs currently running, and there are no apps running. So we're going to start this application. It will request storage. You can see on the right that the deployment's getting started, and we're using the pure block storage class that comes with PSO. The container's creating on the right there, if you notice. If I type the right command, we'll see it. The PVC and the persistent volume have been created. The app is now online and running. We just need this TCP port number so that we can log into the application. So let's bring a Chrome window over here. There we go. Quickly log into this application. Get rid of these password managers. So it's a blank, and we'll create a bucket in order to upload some data. So we're going to upload a file. Let's go to my pictures here, backgrounds. Yeah, let's get all these background pictures and upload them. Should just take a minute. While that uploads, we're creating data in the system. This is all getting written to that persistent volume that we created, and that's what we're going to eventually copy into PKS. So now we can see that we have our application up and running. Just test one of these files via its share function. Yay, there we go. Nice picture of a road and some hills. So let's get some information from the Flashray. And the existing PVC that we created with PSO is there listed. It's connected to Lab 07, so connected directly to the worker node. This is what we're going to clone in a minute over our vvol. But first, we need to figure out what command we want to type. There we go. Changing my context to the test cluster on PKS. It's named test cluster. You can see the way I've had my prompt set up. It says which context we're in. And we'll just list the nodes real quick so you can see this is a completely different cluster with three worker nodes. The way PKS works, even though it creates the master node for you, it doesn't expose that. Look at our second deployment specification, which is the same application. The only thing that's changed is we're now using the vvol's storage class that I created, and we'll just list that real quick. make sure it's there on the cluster. Yes, it is. And let's look into the settings of it. You can see that in the parameters it's specified a specific data store. It's a vvols data store, and I've also changed that file system, and you can ask me after why I set that as XFS. So I'm going to start this application. So on Pure, the vvols show underneath the volume groups. We can see kubevals is the folder that we create using the vSphere Cloud Provider. And there's our volume. It's attached to an ESX host, not to a worker node, but it is basically passed through to the VM that's running in PKS right now. So we can, with this name, we can find out some stuff when we clone it. But we're going to first scale this deployment to 0. That way I don't risk now corrupting the data by overriding it while it's attached. That would be, even though I can make it happen that way, and sometimes it would be okay, and certain applications would not care, we're not going to risk it today in this demo. So we're going to scale to 0. You can see that the pods are all stopped, so there's new resources found in the top right there. Okay, we're going to take this name, go back to volumes, find my original PVC. You ever can't find it, there it is. So this is the source. It's attached to Lab 07. We're going to now clone it or copy it. And what we need here is the container name, which is the vvol, which is called kubevals. So that's just the folder. And the name of the volume itself, so data something something. That's all created by VMware. We don't control how that's named. Now you hit overwrite and overwrite again. And when we refresh, we look at this kubevol, let's scroll down, search, there we go, nice filtering capability built into the GUI. You can see the source of that volume is now the original volume that we had. So we have some data in there. We're going to scale it back up so the application starts. Find that port number again. Now let's look at the PKS version of that application. A separate subnet and everything, and we will log in. And we can see now all the data is migrated into that PKS cluster. And since we love to do previews, we'll just copy that. And it's the exact same road with some hills in black and white. Thank you for watching this demo. Now, obviously we have a way to automate this with Python and Ansible, so check out part 2 of this demo.